Welcome back to Slow Joe's Journeys.
This weekend, Friday the 15th, we headed to the Delaware Water Gap to do trail maintenance at the Pocono Environmental Education Center. This former honeymoon resort has been turned into an environmental education center, offering many activities that are family-friendly for scouts, schools, church groups, even private rentals. They have quite a few different accommodations, from tents to yurts to cabins to even fancy ones. When the facilities are not occupied, offers them to the trail stewards, so they get to sleep inside the nice, cozy, warm cabins. I got myself settled in. I reheated my dinner that I purchased from Lakeview Deli down the road. They make the best homemade eggplant parmesan, and they give you a huge serving. For $25, I ate it Friday, Saturday, and when I came home this evening. Can't beat that deal. I also brought myself some adult beverages, get a little nice and toasty and comfy, and get a good night's sleep for an early morning and a big day. Trail maintenance begins at 8:30. After a brief safety talk by Brad, we are given our assignments. I was assigned leaf duty today. This time I brought my own equipment. I used 4 or 5 batteries with my leaf blower as opposed to the gasoline, because resources do not always leave you with enough for the whole trail. I was tasked with cleaning the trails leading to 2 ponds, as well as 2 ponds, and then I continued on as far as the batteries I had would take me. And I continued on towards Tumbling Waters. And as I said, I carried on as far as the batteries would take me, but I wanted to hike on to Tumbling Waters so I could sit down and enjoy a beautiful hike, some waterfalls, and my lunch. So that's what we did. And I charged one of the batteries on the way back, because I have a portable little generator, so that it was enough to charge up one of the batteries and do a little bit more of the trail on the way back. And here is a portion of the other crew that went out to replace some wall ground barrier. There's some stairs here that the trail stewards have built over the years, and the nature and rain continue to wash away the gravel. So in order to maintain the trails for everybody to use, that's what we do as trail stewards. We come out here and we make sure things are safe and accessible. And then I rewarded myself with lunch down at the falls. It's absolutely stunning. Lots of landscape changes, such as this tree that I'm poking through was not that way last year. But that's Mother Nature for you. She is definitely a force that cannot be reckoned with. This is my higher power. This is what I do to ground myself, release, re-energize, rejuvenate, just being in nature. Doing some stretches and breathing and just letting it all go, releasing all the negative. And of course, we had to throw in some silliness, because you're never too old to play in the forest. You always got to remember to keep yourself hydrated out there. I don't remember the name of this, the brand of this water bottle, but it has a carbon filter, so this way you don't have to worry about, carrying too much. You could just replenish while you're out there safely. And the water tastes so good. It's so crisp. It's so cold. The next morning, I got up very early because, I crashed. I was exhausted. And I decided to go over and explore the Delaware Water Gap on the New Jersey side. I came across probably about 3 small bridges. They were all a little sketch, but that's part of the adventure. And then I drove through the historic town of Walpack, definitely putting this on my list to come back and explore more. The morning mist rising off the river was beautiful. And I just had to stop and capture this because it just was so stunning. And the golden, the video doesn't do the actual real life view justice, but it was absolutely perfection. After 3 treacherous miles on a dirt road that probably shouldn't have brought my camera up, we finally arrived at Crater Lake. That white knuckle drive was worth it for this view. Absolutely stunning. Gorgeous. There is a 1.5 mile loop trail that'll take you around the entire lake. Plenty of places to stop and take in the view and just enjoy and immerse yourself with your surroundings. There is a section of the Appalachian Trail that comes through here, So I can say I officially hiked a section of the Appalachian Trail today. And there's these white markers on the ground. You see the arrow where it's taking you. Just one of the many beautiful spots to post up and sit and look at the view and enjoy and take in everything that Mother Nature has offered us. Then it was time to make it back down the mountain, and this here you see me taking it nice and slow. I decided to go up on a slightly higher side of the road so I didn't bottle out my car. But we made it down with no damage. On the way back down, we stopped at Blue Mountain Lake, checked the trail signs out. Glad I took note of these markers because they came in handy, and you will see in a few moments. Here we came to a fork in the road. There is a loop trail that'll take you on the outer side of the lake, and then there's an inner loop of the lake. And that trail marker was split into two, indicating that I was turning left to take the inner loop to see this amazing view. I felt like I was transported to another land. Absolutely stunning. I would love to come back and explore here more in the winter, especially after a snow. However, you have to be mindful that this road is a non-maintained road in the wintertime. And the roads are already a little sketch, and I came up with here in my Camry. I would totally not try this in bad weather. I would highly recommend four-wheel drive to come up here any time of the year, but I did manage okay in my Camry. I went slow, I took my time, but this is a dirt road that's not maintained very often, and definitely not in the winter time, so you got to take that into consideration and proceed with caution. But the views were absolutely worth the trek.
small piece of history still here in the present. And heading home, our journey takes us through the Millbrook Historic Village. And now it's time for me to rest and take care of these knees. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, it's your journey. You set the pace.